Or you got you better get pepper in your own.
I might use some. If not, I'll take one with me.
And I don't want to keep you up.
You're not
I just
keeping
come
us
up to.
up.
If
You
I was
are.
at home, I'd be doing the exact same thing I'm doing now, and I'd be on my couch probably talking to
That's why we
Susan.
made
So,
it like a little living
because that's what I
room
was
here.
doing when you texted me, and just me and Susan sitting there talking. Rachel was in bed. She was so tired, she went and was in bed a half out.
Yeah,
And she
that's what
decided she wanted to come up. So,
Yeah.
Nope, we set up, we moved chairs, like, let's make a little living room.
I'd like for it to be nice if Laura could have came because we got Laura to herself.
Yeah.
You all don't get Laura to herself much.
Yeah.
See, I did all week a lot of times. Me and her was running around taking care of this stuff, but it's hard when she's got her kids.
Sure.
But to get Laura just by herself, where she can just sit down and talk to you, that's. You're a crappy actor.
Yeah, we watched this cheesy movie. It's called the Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, you are.
Remember the Garbage Pail Kids cards?
Yes.
It was
Pretty
a cheap
cheesy.
movie, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
Did
It
you
was
ever
just-
watch Thunderpants? Told you about Thunderpants. You gotta watch Thunderpants.
He tells us
Did
every
you ever
time.
watch? Did you ever watch? What's the other one we told you to watch? The evil Santa Claus comes after you.
Krampus.
Did you ever watch
There's a
Krampus?
too. Did you know that?
You did watch Krampus.
Yes.
The first one originally.
Yes.
Did you go be a Krampus?
So
too?
here,
Yeah, there
here,
is
here,
already
hold
out.
on.
I liked Krampus as bad as
Hold on.
as it was. I liked
Krampus.
it.
I
I've
think
not,
there's a
I've
Mrs.
not taken a
Krampus.
picture of it yet, but I got Sherry when she's going to help me to take the dogs out. She puts a robe and everything on, and she's got this big hat she puts on, and she's got this blanket that's got like strips cut out on it all over the place. And she, from behind when she's walking,
Looks like
she looks like
Krampus.
Krampus. And I said, and I do, like, oh
He
my
laughed
gosh.
every
I said, Tim is going to think this is hilarious. I got to get a picture of you
Oh,
and
gosh.
send it to Tim. So when you get something that looks like this red blob, it's a Krampus, it's Sherry. Because she's got like 5 layers on.
I've actually, kind of seen what the whole story on Krampus was, and it is an old.
It is a true
It is an
thing.
old-
That they kind of believe. But,
Yeah.
A folk tale or something.
We was watching. We've been watching some documentaries on because we kind of like would want to take a chance or a time if we can at some point to get over to. I'm too tired to think of the name of it. Right on the Western Ohio line, the Mothman place.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. We have the movie.
I've been all around that town, but never been through it. For
The
some
Mothman
reason.
property?
We want to go over and stay.
Yeah.
And do the because I mean there is no doubt in my mind, absolutely positively no doubt in my mind, for about 4 years there was something there for sure. I mean, it's just like watching those people talking about aliens. How in the world does some young bunny that lives in the middle of Africa that's never left, don't have no internet or nothing, tell you the exact same description of someone who was in Kansas that saw a house. And that's watching the Mothman, same thing, because this was back in the 70s. In the early 80s, they didn't have internet. They didn't have Facebook where people could talk. And I mean, it wasn't just in that town. It was all over, clear to Wheeling, clear over right edge to Pittsburgh. Just one report, actually, exact same thing. Some of them called it a bird. Some of them, they didn't know what to call it. They just knew it had eyes that were red. Seen them, so many of them seen them in their vehicles, swooping down at their vehicles. And it's just one after another. And these are old reports of people that are even dead now that never even knew that they weren't the only one to ever see this thing. And there was something there. Haven't seen it. Has said there's not been a report ever since that bridge collapsed. There's not been a report of them. But it was just really interesting. They were interviewing like some people, older teachers that were still living, and police officers. It was really, really convincing. But I thought I'd just like to go over there and spend a weekend, go to the museum and see all the different places that was spotted, and just
Sure.
maybe it'll come. Like I said, I've always thought that witnessed something similar to that, years ago.
Where'd you get
I
it?
told
Who
you
did
that
that?
story going out in front of my house, and
quietly through that door and used the microwave.
Quietly.
told you the story of going out in front of my house and hearing what I heard out there, and that was
Yes,
whatever
you
that
did.
was. There ain't no bird that big. Something flew out of that tree that absolutely, if it was a pterodactyl, then I'd say okay, because it was moving the air. I mean, to the point you could hear the air moving, and as it went by, the next set of trees, those were
What
moving.
was it?
I don't know. I just walked outside one day in at my house.
At your house now?
Yeah, and we live on. We're kind of the backside of our house borders a big field and farm looking thing, and then the front is pretty close to main, not close to main road, but 150 yards. And I just walked out front, and I was out the driveway. It was dark. It was about 8
Were you
o'clock.
outside? Maybe it was a turkey vulture looking for you.
But I just walked out, and I went to get something out of my vehicle, and I was parked out.
Was it summer?
It's hard to. Yeah, it was late summer towards fall, and I just walked out, and I was getting something out of my vehicle, and I walked to the back of my vehicle, which would be on the backside. On the backside of our house, we had a couple trees over there. We've took a couple out since then, but I walked to the backside of my vehicle, which would be my house would be here. That tree was back kind of over here, and my vehicle was parked here. And I had to get something out of the trunk, or I walked to the back of the vehicle for some reason. I don't know what it was. And as I got to the back of the vehicle, when you just get that all of a sudden, just the hair stands up on the back of your neck.
Oh,
And I'm just like, I don't know what it was. And I just
It was
stood there
dark?
for a second. So I'm really looking up my driveway and then over to my neighbor's yards. I'm like, is there someone in the yard? Something triggered something.
Was it dark
And yeah,
outside?
about 8 or 8:30 in the fall, so yeah, it got dark quite 7. And then all of a sudden, I heard the tree behind me just move, and I turned around and something flew out of that tree, out over kind of the backside of our house, over towards. I can't explain it to you without seeing it. And I mean,
How big do you think
could
it was?
hear it was. As it went by, and as it went by the next set of trees, you could see the tops of the trees kind of move, and it went over there, and it was 300 yards. Once it took off, it's like it was one of those things that it's so big couldn't take off fast, but once it got going, it was 300 yards away in 4 or 5 seconds.
You don't think it was
just
like a big
went.
eagle or a big?
That was probably a hummingbird.
And then it sat down over there and made the awfulest shrill I've ever heard. And I know other people heard it that, and I don't know what it was. It just the awfulest shrill, and I went back in the house, and
the
just
field
was like,
back in there, the field behind your house, it went down that
no,
way.
it went on over towards like the Walmart area. There's a big field over here.
Okay.
And I don't know if it landed in a tree again, and I've never heard of anything.
Did you ever hear
It was
anything
weird.
since? Ever?
Never seen anything. Never heard.
Has
anything.
anybody else said they saw the same
They
thing?
heard that night. I've known some people
So they
that
did
heard
hear it.
something just shriek. We don't know what it was. It might have been it just might
Like
have
a
been.
big?
People were like, it'd have to be that big. I mean, even them big geese that fly over here, they fly over all the time. This thing was moving the air like, and it just, what made me just stop like something was watching me.
Oh, yeah,
And I would have had my back. I
That's
was walking
creepy.
the other direction. It was back here, and I was
That's
walking
so
this way, and I
creepy.
just all of a
Isn't it?
sudden, just something went
No
right.
thanks.
And I
No
was
thanks.
still facing that way when I heard something coming out of that tree. By the time I got turned around, I could see the whole top of the tree where something got out of it. And I just, as I went, I seen just it was like seeing a black shadow. I just was swept by so fast, and I could just hear. As it went by, and I was like,
I do
froze.
believe in like you
Now-
feeling things. You sense certain things. You
I'm not
really
saying
do.
that was a Mothman. I'm sure there has to be something that was migrating. It was fall, so you have all kinds of stuff.
Sounds
We
like an
get
X-file.
so much migration from
Sounds like an
Canada,
X-file.
from Canada heading down to Florida, down the east side there. They just
Yeah.
flow down through there because a lot of them like to migrate. They stay out back close to the ocean, and as they go down, or whatever, close to the yard. I reckon the water is where they. I don't know what it was, but I want to tell you what, it was not anything that's normally around here, and I've never heard anything like that either. I don't think even a double-sized eagle would move that much air.
Wow.
You know?
That's big yeah, that's.
That's a story. That was my goodness. I've told that story several times.
Turkey vulture?
That was a dozen years
Yeah, I was
ago.
gonna say what it could have been. What about like
No,
a?
turkey vulture.
something
Well,
Never
big.
seen
We
anything.
went up on the 4th floor. I couldn't really. I
too
couldn't
dark.
really see anything. It was dark.
There's
The
no
lights.
It was dark. I couldn't really see what was down there because everything.
Y'all,
was
you
so
can't see this way.
No, I can see that way.
Oh, but you're looking towards the house.
We went on both. We went on, yeah. We went every angle.
Yeah. I couldn't go. I couldn't like take pictures because it was like too much of a glare. So I'm like, oh man, I want to get pictures.
You have to come back tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow.
Those are good heated up, Rachel. You want me heated up for you?
You want heated or
I'll
just want
heat-
like that?
You want, okay.
But anyway, that's my only story I can ever truly tell of something that I can't explain. I'm not one. I've seen this alien, and I've seen stuff in the sky that is weird. We've seen stuff move over the farm before that moved a little weird. You know, that we was like. But I can't say there's anything other than that I've ever seen that just absolutely, positively cannot explain that.
My creepiest
froze.
story was being at we lived in that little town, a little condo. I don't know if we all got sick when we lived there. We were moms and we lived in that townhouse. Do you remember that? Did you ever? It was little, like 2 stories. And right after we,
I was never over to it, but I
oh,
remember.
but we lived there and I was
yes.
sleeping out on the couch. I just fell asleep and I woke up and I felt like there was something on me. There was, to this day, there was something. I felt something there. Like I couldn't move. I couldn't lift. I couldn't do anything. And it was the weirdest feeling ever. And I just kept saying, I just out of nowhere started saying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And it was gone. And I know there was something there. And if you read about it, there's things they say when you're sleeping I was laying and I could not move.
Oh my god.
I didn't see anything, but I knew there was something there, and I just laid there and was paralyzed.
Do you remember like what time it was?
No.
Because they say the 3 o'clock hour. That's
Well, and they say when you're sleeping, you're like in such a state of between.
No,
That's like
it's-
your
there's
closest
lots
to
of
death that
people
you
Yeah.
get.
They call it the devil's
Yep.
hour.
And I
3
know,
a.m.
and I've
challenge.
heard
3 a.m.
stories
is the
like
devil's hour,
that
devil's hour, they
before.
call it.
And I really feel, I don't know what it was, but there was something. I don't believe in like ghosts and things, but I do believe that there's things we can't see, and I would swear on my life.
Oh, I've seen things that I probably thought was ghosts, but I'm probably that
was
just
my-
don't seem to it's not as. I mean, I think almost ghost as a. I don't know if you actually see them or you imagine them. They really
what
are
I
there.
wonder.
Well,
You
That's
know,
what
but I just think everybody in their lifetime has
Yeah,
probably
'cause I
thought they
remember-
saw a ghost.
I think you just can't. I think there's a
That's
world
why
you
I
can't
reckon
see.
that's what the difference.
I really do,
I'm
and they're
not talking
scared
about
of.
what
They're
you did.
scared of
I
that
truly
name,
do think
and
that
it left.
We know, and
It was
watching our
gone.
church stuff over time, all the preachers believe. All the angels that got cast out. They're here, causing chaos on this earth, and they're sneaking from here to there.
I
And
believe it.
So I
Have you ever read the
absolutely
Screw Tape
believe-
letters? Have you ever read that? Have you read the Screw Tape letters?
No, but
Or
now that you
I
told me,
listened
I
to it
should.
on audio.
I should do that.
It's
C.S.
very
Lewis.
it's very good.
Yeah,
It's very good, and it's yeah. I don't know if that's how it really is, but if it is, I kind of think that's how it does. It
Oh,
is.
yeah. We talked to
Want
Grandma
any
Alex
cashews, or-
upstairs too.
I'll take a couple
There's some that have a little bit of chocolate
Yeah.
on them. If you can eat, I don't know. I don't want
Well,
to. Should be,
I got
yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we
want
also
some?
talked to.
No, thank
You
you.
want some, Daniel?
No, I'm good.
Rachel?
Thank you, though.
Jerry?
No. I'm
Cashew.
working up for a pepperoni roll.
I ate
Yeah.
these.
Yeah, I might
These are
have another
low.
one. They're good, warmed
I
up.
eat these at work a lot.
We also talked to Grandma Alex upstairs.
have another
She
one?
called Grandma
I'll
Alex.
heat- yeah, if I get
Talked
one,
to
I'll
her
heat you
about
up.
it.
Yeah, I had to call the place
Okay.
earlier.
It's supposed to be like real low sugar chocolate.
That's very good, actually. Yeah, it's a dark chocolate. Tastes like.
Mom sounded good.
Sounded all right.
She did.
Oh, you called?
I called her on speakerphone because I knew she'd want to talk to. She surprised her.
Yeah, she's like, guess who I have with me? And I said my voice, and she knew instantly who.
Oh,
It made her night. But she sounded okay. So I don't
How
know.
long did you all talk the other night? There's one day there longer. You talked for 2 hours, and how long?
Well, we've talked 2 hours before, but
Also, that
That's
one
a long
wasn't even
time. I wouldn't know what to
Okay.
talk about
I knew
for
it was
2
like 2 hours and 19 minutes. I thought I heard
Oh,
you
she
say.
loves it.
Cause I heard you come out and say, "Holy cow!" You was looking at your phone. I've talked to her for 2 hours, 19 minutes.
I'm like, I'm sorry, and she's like, oh no, it's okay. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she does.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom doesn't do much. I've noticed that now after seeing Dad and everything, you know, at least he had Jordan and he was doing things. Mom doesn't. She doesn't do anything really. She has me, and that's about it.
I think they need that. They need that
Uh
purpose.
huh. She does.
You know?
I'd say this kind of motivates me to go back and maybe help her a little more. It just makes you think a little different.
They have
So,
nothing. And that's what happens to them. They don't have nothing.
yeah.
They're old. Their health's gone. They're down. They have nothing. You know, and They have nothing to do. They have nothing to get up in the morning and have a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and that is. They say that's the hardest thing about that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
you know, it's
She's got
too far away from
well,
everybody to.
no, if it's this infection, even I don't go there, and I wonder if, well, I don't know what I should, but I just wonder,
Yeah, that makes that harder.
yeah. But she sounded good, so, and I think Rachel made her night, so, put a smile on her face.
But Rachel loves her to death, but she agreed. As long as she's got that C. diff thing, I mean.
So she okay, I just didn't
Yes,
want
I
Wow.
do know.
yeah. Not that I don't
Go.
think you should, Rachel, I just didn't want you to, worry over stuff, because she's okay. It's
Right.
just, I'm scared to go over there. And I don't think I get it, but I just
They
don't
say
want to
that it's
chance
in
it.
every.
I'll be scared
I was
too.
telling Sherry.
It makes me worry when I
was
go out in
telling Sherry,
public.
when I was really kind of reading about it and this and that and studying it, they say, I mean, it's everywhere.
So would you go in her house?
I don't know. I don't know that I want
See?
to be in there staying.
See?
I'm not saying I don't know that I wouldn't. Susan said she would. See, we've got
Really?
one of our accountants, or not accountants, but bookkeepers that work for us. Her mom has. Our mom's in a nursing home. She's got dementia really bad, and she has it. She goes in and takes care of her. She just wears masks. She wears gloves. She's never got it. Matter of fact, she had to come home and live with them for a while, and Vicky's never got it. But she knows how to handle it. She knows what will kill it. She knows what to do.
Who is this? I always want to talk to somebody that
She's
knows.
up at-
Because
yeah.
see, I don't know what
Yeah.
kills it, and Mom thinks that certain
now,
things
but
will,
yeah,
and I'm like,
today-
Mom,
She
they
says
won't.
She has special wipes that kills it.
No,
Yeah, regular
no,
white
she
won't
doesn't.
kill
It won't.
She told me
That's
she
what
did.
that's what
She
she
said
told
she
me.
had. a
I
box.
got her some bleach. It's a spray that has bleach.
Okay,
Now
bleach
bleach
will kill
will,
it.
but how much is she
Maybe
spraying
that's what she
bleach
told
stuff
me. I
on?
don't know, but
Right.
she said something that would kill
There's
it.
something you can order. There's certain kind of Clorox
Yeah,
wipes,
so
but
she
they're
has
they're
some.
medical grade, and you have to order them.
Vicky could
Maybe that
educate
was
you
what
on
it
this. I'm
was.
telling you. She's
Yeah.
dealt with it for years now, and she's never got it.
Really? So you don't think have
I
a
mean,
chance
it's one
of
of those
getting it?
things. I
It just
wouldn't-
freaks me
they
out.
Said, if
They
you're
say you have to have-
consistently using their restrooms, or their bathrooms, or showering in the same places they are, or sleeping in the same bed, sharing couches and stuff can be.
I know. See, that's what just
I
scares
don't know.
me.
But I just know it's hard to kill once you get it. You don't want it. So, but they say that
Or if you have a compromised immune system.
they say that there's so many people that are carrying it.
It makes you worried when you go
never
out in
stop
public
at a rest
now.
area.
I know.
They said if you stop
Cover
at a
that
public rest
seat.
area, like if you're traveling, stay up top of the public, it's in that facility. I mean, there's just so many people have it.
I just see
Really?
new things.
It's been around for quite a while. But I think it must work a little bit like COVID. You've got to have enough of it to get enough of a load, like the viral load of COVID. If someone just breathed on you a little bit with COVID, it all depended who's going to get sick was the viral load, how much got in. And I think this might be like that, is how much you're exposed to.
Well, I was
Exposed
telling
to it for a little bit for enough
I
of
was-
it to get in there and actually get you.
I was telling Sherry, I really worry that maybe she had it before her surgery.
Yeah.
Because the things she was saying and the symptoms and the things she was saying,
Did you have it while you
because
were
she was in and out of
recovering?
ER
That's the
so
case, and
much.
She had it while we was out there last time.
No, I meant
No, wouldn't have been. No, not then. No, towards closer to her. She was every time closer to her surgery. She was always saying stuff was
You're
up.
talking about this surgery.
This
You think
surgery.
that's why it kept getting backed up.
She was just a lot of the things she's complaining about now. From that, I'm like, she was saying the same thing.
Everything hurting when she treated.
Yes, like months. No, not back at Thanksgiving. No.
C. diff usually is
And she'd been in and
more
out of so many
diarrhea,
hospitals.
liquid, not constipation.
Right.
So it's almost like two different things.
I don't know, but anyway, I didn't mean to get on
She's in
that.
a
I
hell of a
just,
shape, and I feel terrible for her.
you have no.
I mean, I do. It's not. You know,
We just look too
she's
far
not
away,
someone
we
I've been
can't
around
do
with,
much.
as you know, as much as people back here.
She hasn't had physical therapy, and she had that major surgery. That's
And she didn't get her.
the real
she didn't-
She said
problem.
something
Horrible.
about getting physical
I feel
therapy.
really
I
bad
don't.
for her.
She can't,
She has
and
nothing. I mean, I sit and I think about that. You know, even with Dad, and I put myself in his shoes, and I'd be like, okay, man, I know
yeah,
I know all
Mom.
the things he loved to do. He's ride his motorcycle, and he's lost all that. And I felt bad for him. He's lost half his foot. I feel bad for him. And now his heart don't half work. I feel bad for him. And it just kept you felt bad for him. But at the same time, I always had some positives there. He still got to go out and eat with us. We take him out some. Me and Rachel, or we take, when Mike wanted to be with him, and if not, we're not
It
around.
used to be every week.
Every week he was eating with Jordan and Michael somewhere, eating
It
Jordan
used to be
ball
for us,
games.
like,
He was
every
doing stuff. So I was
Sunday
like,
for a while.
See,
he
Mom
still
doesn't
has
like that
something.
stuff.
He still has
I can't
something to
get her to do that stuff.
smile, be happy. He still has some life.
Something to look
But
forward to doing.
I'm looking at over at Mom, and I'm like, she can't leave the house. She can't hardly get food. She has no friends. She has no. She has. I
She has
don't know
me.
what She has.
She has
Well,
me.
You, but
She
I
has
know.
me,
I mean,
and I'm not
when she
in a.
wakes up in the morning,
It's just awful because everything I'm going through. I told her before she had her surgery. I told her, I said, look, I'm going through something awful, and I said, you're going to need me, and I said, I don't know how much I'm going to be. I mean, I'm going through one of the hardest things in my life. How am I going to help you? And I need your help. We can't help each other. I said, you just need to put this off. And she just couldn't and didn't. And I said, if something goes wrong, we're in trouble. And here we are this many months after her surgery. And even so, what could I do for her? I don't know. Sherry's always like, what can you do, Heidi? There's, you
Now
can only,
she's sick like that all the
yeah.
time.
So it's like,
Constantly having UTIs.
it's hard. It's really, really, really hard. And I've just seen some things with her that are just scarring, really. And,
I can tell she's talking to her. I talk to her at least a couple times a month. I can tell. And that's the thing. I put myself in her shoes, like
Yeah.
you was talking about Dad, but I can't find the positive there. I can't
Right.
see any light at the end of the tunnel. I
Yeah.
can't see, well, at least next week I'm going to get to do this, or there's a chance next week. What is there? You wake up and that's your day. Stuck there just, and this thing's not very curable.
yeah.
You know, and then you got her back problem. She's in pain, and the pain medications, and I'm like, I feel horrible for her. I
Yeah.
do, and I'm not saying anyone can help her, and I'm not meaning that, Heidi. I'm
No, I
just saying
know, I
just
know. That's just
from
hard.
10.5 hours away looking in, I'm just like, wow. I mean, I just don't know, where's your will to live and all that.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah, we'd
people
help
kind of,
more if we lived closer. We put it that way.
we try. I mean, Susan said she'd go in clean. She said, if I was there,
Really?
I would do it. She did it for her grandma. I think her
Really?
grandma might have
See,
even had it
maybe-
at one point.
But see, I'm not going to do it knowing she still could have it.
yeah, well,
She has to
did.
know she doesn't have it
She just
anymore.
says you wear. I think she talks to Vicky quite a bit about it too. I think you got to wear them gloves that come clear up to here. You wear your mask, and you clean with that certain. And I think what Vicky does is just like, that spray is her. Everything she goes into, she's spraying in front of her, already getting it.
But if you were to go in and clean it while she still has
Right.
it, then that's
That would be silly because
that
she's going to
wouldn't-
come right back.
right.
If she still has
yeah,
it.
but you're
Has
still
it.
killing it for your. You still need to keep it down. I mean, you'll just keep piling up. I don't know.
I don't
They
know
just say
either.
You got to keep scrubbed, but I don't think Vicky. I don't know if Vicky. I don't think she cleans for it at the nursing home, but I think she goes home with her some. For some reason, she's home some. I don't know how all of it
She
works.
has
You'd
it
have to
now?
ask Susan this.
She had it, and
Because
she
you
should
can't
still
talk
have
to
it.
Vicky now because you're going to be going Monday, and Vicky
But she's
won't be
her,
anyway.
she still doesn't have C. diff, right? They
Her
did.
mom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's had it for years. She's got dementia and everything else.
Did you
I don't
just say
even think they
years?
try. Yeah, I don't even know that they're trying to get rid of it. Or, I mean, I'm honestly, don't ask Susan because I'm liable to confuse you. I'm talking about something that I know
I've
about
heard that-
65% or 70%.
Like some-
It's hard to get
If
rid
I was going,
of.
like I said with the one guy, if I was going to grade myself on how much I know about this, I'd say about give myself a
So
65
who is it that
or 70.
who is it that's had it for years now?
Vicky that works for her. I've never
Her
met
mom?
Vicky.
Okay.
She's our bookkeeper. She herself's probably 60, but her mom's about 80 some. And she's got dementia real bad. She's had it for quite a while. They've lived with it. I know she's lived with them at home some and back in the nursing home. Because I remember when this all come about, the first thing Susan said was, well, I'm going to talk to Vicky about this. So Susan is way more,
I have to talk to her.
you have to ask her what about that. But I just know Susan said, she's like, man, If I was there, I'd go in and clean it.
Well,
said,
she was
"I
in
wouldn't
the
be too worried
rehab
if I do
center,
it."
and they didn't. When I came to pick her up, they didn't act like I should even. They knew she had it, and they were just like,
And the hospital said
they didn't
that
have
when I
masks
called, they
on.
asked if
They didn't.
somebody should visit. They're like,
You hear
well,
different things.
She could come in, but she'd have to scrub up. She'd have to be fully gowned, masked, hair up, and fully scrub out before we could let her leave.
When I picked her up from the rehab center, they didn't even flinch. They were touching all her stuff. They didn't have masks
Wow,
on.
see?
That's what Susan said. Vicky said the
And I
workers
thought-
up there that work around it don't even care.
No, that's
They don't
what.
worry about it, but they're all fairly young, and I think that's the thing. I think it's 60 and over.
That's what I read.
If you're under 60, I don't think you got to worry too much. Your body can fight it
I
all.
read that.
You'll get it.
Or if
You
you're
might get-
immunocompromised, are you?
The way
you're
Susan
not-
talked,
I'm
and you
not,
ask
no.
her about this, but if I'm right, the way she talked, it's almost like getting a stomach bug if you get it. If you're young and you're healthy, you know, or if
And
you're
you're
just
probably
flat
exposed
healthy,
to it and you don't even
you
know
don't
it.
know.
So
And that's what they say. There's people
Yeah.
that don't even know they had it because they say it just acts like a stomach bug. You get it, you get really sick. They said the difference is it's the smelliest you've ever been. Like and I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I
They
Mhm.
just
Oh, I
said
think
you
you're right.
never, ever will ever smell anything that smell like that.
Michael
It's
has,
not just
yeah, when he was a
regular.
baby.
And so, yeah, I know I'm being gross, but I'm being
No,
honest.
it's true.
But
When
they
he was a
say that
baby.
if you're healthy and young, it's just you really feel sick on your stomach and you empty a few times and then you just go on. Your body clears it. But if you're compromised, and especially if you've been through surgeries and your immune system, everything's taxed anyway from trying to heal, that you can't clear it.
No.
And I don't know that there's anything they can give you to completely clear it.
well, they have they put healthy stool in you, is what they do,
That's what
and
she
it
told me.
makes bacteria that she can't make,
Right.
and then it's supposed to get rid of all that. That's what.
I don't know why they just
Isn't
couldn't
that-
put you on
isn't that
like
gross?
a super probiotic regimen and get rid of
I
it.
wonder if her
That's what I
diet. I
wondered,
thought.
too.
I bet she should be on a special
She
diet.
should be eating lots of yogurt and lots
She
of
does eat lots of
lots
yogurt.
of
Oh, yeah, she's still on
asparagus
that
and lots
keto
of stuff like that.
Mom eats pretty healthy.
The keto diet. She's still on that.
Is she?
She's still, and she loves it. She thanks you for it.
Yeah.
So she didn't go on that and then get this C. diff because something she quit eating was keeping her stomach
No, she
well.
said she's ate
bacteria.
keto
I
ever
swear, I
since she mentioned
start
it.
wondering
I
if
know,
she
that's
had
what
it
I'm
She's eating
before.
yogurt, and
She
I know
eats
she's-
yogurt and
They say that's the number one,
avocados
just
and.
like me, because I just went when I broke that tooth.
not told
When I
her
broke that
to.
tooth, I had to go on an antibiotic. I haven't been on an antibiotic in 8 or 10 years, and I don't like that because it kills all the good stuff too.
Oh, and Mom's been on a lot of
I do go on
antibiotics.
antibiotics. I feel just yucky on them when I'm taking them. I
She's
hadn't
done
taken one in a
several
long
rounds of
time.
antibiotics.
But
She
I had
has.
to. I had to get before they could do that surgery. I had to get the infection out. So I was on it, and then I could tell. I could feel.
I might try
totally
these, Kim. I just want to see what they taste like.
Much you want, you can have the
I
rest
just
of
want
it.
to try what they taste
Um,
like.
But I mean, after eating, I kind of did what I'd read. I always eat a lot of yogurt anyway, and just some other foods. I could just feel my coming back, kind of back like myself again. But they say your gut flora determines your mental health and your physical health both. And man, I'm on an antibiotic. I do not feel right. I feel totally spaced out. Like I feel like I do tonight. Like I had a week like this, but I figured just the whole time I'm on that antibiotic and for days after until it kind of comes back. And I thought, well, maybe it used to happen to me, but I hadn't been on one in 8 or 10 years. Yeah, 7 years. But it's the same thing about day 3 on that stupid antibiotic. I just started getting that spaced out.
I've never felt like that.
But it worked. It got rid of the infection enough they could do the surgery. I put it off too long because I wanted to get to the end of the race year. I knew it broke. I think I broke it when I fell on the ice in the spring. That's the whole problem with ice. Me and my service manager fell the same day. I told you that story because I told you I hit so hard. I mean, when I was going down, my feet was above my head. I went down so hard, and I felt. I've had that night. I could feel right from here, right to here, some pain. I didn't hit there. It was just from the impact, I reckon.
yeah.
I got up and stayed there, worked the rest of the day, was fine. But as the night went, I could feel this sore right up through here, and then it went away, and then it wasn't. It probably been about 3.5 months later when I was in that really bad wreck that that night I hurt my foot so bad in that wreck that was my main concern. I've never bruised your heel. Have you ever bruised your heel?
No.
I don't think
You
so.
can't bruise your heel, not where you can really see it. It don't bruise there. that whatever that is on your heel, it goes so deep, it bruises up in there. It won't turn brown down there. It's up in. So I couldn't figure out what was going on. I had so much pain in my heel, it hurt so bad that I couldn't. I was trying to get through the day at work. I was taking like pieces of foam and cutting stuff out, stuffing it in my shoe, trying to make it to where I could walk where there was just total cushion there. And I got by that way, but ended up finding out my heel was internally bruised up in there, and that's how it does it. That takes a while to heal. So my heel hurt, the top of my toe hurt, my finger, I caught my pinky finger and something, but the night that I was laying, the first night after that, I noticed that same pain up my teeth and right up into my jawbone right here was back again. And then a few days later, this was in August, I got feeling with my tongue. Felt like there's a crack.
Ooh.
Actually, I thought after I fell on the ice, I thought I couldn't feel it, but I thought when I looked, I thought I could see looked like a hair laying across there, like a small, like someone scratched my bottom of my tooth across it. I'd say in that ice, I probably hairline fractured it, and then the wreck is split open. And so I kept it as clean as I could because I knew if I go in and get this, I'm going to have to do surgery. And my racing season done. So when I totaled that car out that night so bad, and that was the only car I had. I'd not been without a car in forever, and just by chance that car rented from over in Virginia said, you know what, I'm going to send you a car over and you're going to drive mine the rest of the year. And it was so neat because he's from West Virginia, and I don't know if you've seen pictures. It's a West Virginia car.
Yeah.
And it's got the Mothman on the back, and if you blow it up, it's got like the whole state. You can blow it up and you can see Harmon. It's like like a map. The whole wrap is a map, and then it was a really neat car. It was a beautiful car, but I wanted to finish that. I didn't want to, so I just babied it, and I made it right to the end because we won that race at Elkington at the last race, and then we went to a big race up at West Virginia Motor Speedway October 11th. And I didn't, that car was a decent car. It wasn't the best car I've ever had, but it got me by. But we got where we won with it. And then I thought, well, we'll go to that big race at West Virginia Motor Speedway with it, and didn't do very good, but this was hurt. It started right, so we had a 2-week break after I won that race at Elkington for West Virginia Motor Speedway. And during that time, I noticed he was getting sore, and that about 3 days before that race, my mouth was hurt. I knew I was in trouble. And I could see my gums starting to swell up in there. And I'm like, oh man, I'm rinsing and trying to keep it. It's like I want to run this race. This is opening this new massive multi-million-dollar facility. I want to be part of it. And I went down there and struggled. I just couldn't focus. I knew I was in trouble. I knew what I was going to do for the next week. So then I made it through that weekend, and then instantly started making appointments and going in, and they're like, one place said they were just going to crown it, and you can't crown a broken tooth. So I went and got a second opinion, and that guy doctor instantly was up in there, and he said, they ain't crowning that. He said, I can get the pick in there and move that. Your tooth split. And they said from my x-rays, it looks like it's split clear up through the root. He said, I can't tell, but he said, I can tell you got deep roots. And I said, I know, my dad does too. We went through the same thing. And so that was in middle of October, and I finally got the surgery done in November 4th. Got it done.
In through here and up to into your tooth?
Yeah, they had to surgically.
That's what they do to it.
Took this tooth out. It's broke. You can't fix a broken tooth.
Your root and all?
Cleared, everything.
So what they put in at a root canal?
No,
Like,
they couldn't do. The one
what- so
place
what
said
they-
they thought they could do a root canal, but your tooth is broke, like they all said. Even if you do a
So
root canal.
what they put back in there then?
Nothing left. I'm not done.
So it's empty? You have a hole?
Yes, I'm still now. He did do
They
when I
can't
went
do
down for the
temporary
surgery.
something?
He can, but he didn't want to. And then he told me he's a really good surgeon down at Clarksburg. But he did the surgery, and he didn't know if he could do it all in one day. He just said it depends. He said, I think probably you'll be okay.
Did they put you
Some
under, or
people
you
I
just
don't know. It numbed the shit out of me.
That's awful.
And I wouldn't let him put me under because I didn't want to. I just didn't. I thought I could take it, and I did. And it wasn't really that terrible bad a thought of it. It was just bloody and ugh. But so they went in there and they got it out. Had to cut a lot, and he had to go. Then they had to clean it because it had broke clear up through that root, and it actually had cracked just a little bit on my jawbone up here. That's what how hard that you don't realize how I've raced a long time to ever hit anything that hard. Not even close. That wreck in Florida was nothing compared to this.
But you think it
Because
started
that
with
wreck
the
in Florida,
ice?
It just hit rolled, and that's just the energy. This thing, it hit and at probably still running over 100, hit that backstretch wall, and I mean come to a dead stop. And when that car, I've seen video, it hits and it hits so hard it can't go anywhere. So there's so much energy there. It hit and just the car sprung straight in the air, probably 10 feet, and it just flipped back over and slammed right on his top.
When was
And
this?
just sat there.
Holy
I
smokes!
was fine. I was just mad because, it was caused by. And that's a story for another day. But it was not. It was nothing I did, and I was just mad. I just wanted out because I wanted to find him, it took forever. And then by the time I got out, of course they have everything from them, just the police and all that there. But it was just one of them deals that. But anyway, I've still got. So I went to when I got my surgery done. He had said it was deep, like clear up. And he said I had to cut you so far to get it fixed, to get the bone grafting done, that he said I could actually see the nostrils. That's how far. I'm not trying to be gross. I'm just telling you, it was for a dental surgeon, for an oral surgeon, it was one of them. It was pretty major surgery for him. And then he had to bone graft everything back in because it broke it. And but he said it went wonderful. He said your jaws are. He said you have extremely, what do you call it? Hard teeth and hard jawbone. He said it'll heal. It's going to be fine. He said it's just a pain in the ass to get to it and get it all out. So he went ahead and did that. And while he was in there, told me he didn't know if he'd be able to or not. He was hoping he could because he wouldn't have to put me through it twice. And I told him, he said, this is the thing. He said, if we do all this work and I can in any way do it, I'm going to go ahead and put the post in there that we can attach the tooth to later. But he said, if not, we're going to do all this. We'll stitch it up. We're going to wait probably 2 months, maybe 3, to let it heal, the bone, the jawbone. Then you're going to come back and I'm going to cut you back open. And we're going to put the post in and we'll screw it up into your jaw. And I'm going to stitch it back up. We're going to wait 2 to 3 months until it heals. And then eventually we'll get your tooth on. He said, if I can do this all in one, you'll probably heal 2 to 3 months and put your tooth in and we're done. And I told him whatever, unless it's just something you just absolutely can't do it. And he did. He got it done. He got in there and he got it. He thought everything was structurally sound enough. He got it done, stitched me up, and so I'm just waiting. I got to go back in January, get an X-ray. If the X-ray goes good, he's going to go ahead. I think he's going to, not long after that, he's going to cut it back open and put something he's got to put on it that sticks on out through the gum. And just a couple stitches, and he said about 10 days those stitches will fall out. He said then you just go over to my carpenter, he'll put the tooth on. But he didn't want to put a temporary tooth on him. Because he said you had so much from where it hit so hard and cracked up in there, and he said even though it's in there great, but he said he said with it not being there you won't chew there, you won't, you'll naturally will not chew on that for a while.
Yeah.
Like now I can, but at the time he said I don't want to put a tooth there. He said if I put anything in there to fill that in, you will chew on it. That will push on up in there, and he said all it takes. Where that post is all it takes is to hit hard enough to move that post, and we're done. We're right back in there. I said, okay, I'll deal with that too.
Yeah, I think so.
So now, right now, I'm a pumpkin. I didn't even have it for Halloween. I got it done 5 days after Halloween.
It's a crack-a-lane.
I see it every once in a while when you
it's
open
crack
your mouth
tooth.
great
Well, you
big.
can see it.
Well, not until you showed me though.
Oh yeah, it's further up.
But he was like, I would replace it. He said, you got good, strong, healthy teeth, and he said, I would go ahead and replace it. He said, if it was one more back, I'd probably be like, you know what, you're back far enough, that's not a real big. He said, this one, not only is it, of course, I don't smile big, but he said, this one's one, if you smile big, you're going to see it. It's just the one you'd see. And he said, not only that, but he said, whatever that tooth is like a meat terror or something. He said, that's one when you're eating, like if you're eating steak, that's the tooth you're going to use to chew. He said, I'd replace it for sure. And so I am. It's eventually going in. Probably about March I'll have it in. But it's a long process and not cheap. Don't ever break a tooth.
Your insurance
don't
doesn't
ever
cover
have
it?
let a cavity get
Most
you
dental
bad.
insurances
no.
aren't
Don't
very
Dental
ever
good
insurance
break
anyway.
a tooth
And most
or
of those
what?
Does it
places
medical
won't take dental
insurance?
insurance anyway.
No.
They
Medical?
don't take it.
Cavity do
No.
what? Don't break
Don't
a
let
tooth.
it. Don't let a cavity get bad enough to break one. If you feel like you've lost the feeling, do not let it go. Go get that feeling put
Yeah.
back in, because all it takes, that feeling goes, and you start chewing on it and using it, and it starts wallering. It don't take long where they put it in, because whatever is in the stuff they fill it with, and it brittles where it's bonded into the tooth. When it comes out, it brittles it, and you'll get a hole, and that hole will let that food start going down in there. It'll cause an infection under it, and then you lose that tooth. And I want to tell you what, I'm going to end up, by the time I get my from the surgery, from my original dentist appointments, they were a few $100 a piece. But I want to say, X-rays that I'll still have done, and to get the thing put on it for this one tooth, how much?
Oh no, we're fine.
Thank you.
You're not making
I'm just making sure that
not
yeah,
keeping
you
me
give
up.
look like he's about ready to fall over like
No, I'm good. Yeah, flopper. Flipper.
I mean,
You're
if you want
flipper.
to, you could. You open
No,
it
you're
up
she's
to the floor.
flipper. This is flopper. That's flipper. Hey, flipper. Hey, flipper.
okay.
Hey,
I
flipper.
will maybe, unless you want to take me up.
Hey, flipper. Flipper.
Go up real quick.
Does she like views and things? Is that?
What?
She's just wanting to see if we can see the house.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just wanted you to see what
I
it was
bet
like
in the
up there from the
daytime-
4th floor.
At night, yeah,
Maybe in the daytime she could see the actual house.
probably.
You go up the stairs, or you faster go up the elevator? I think 4th floor.
Elevator, but they're
The
very they're a little
elevator's very
shape. They're
interesting
yeah
sounding.
they're like
It works, it's fine.
we just
But
kept
what if
hearing.
Mom pulls in out here?
Well, I want to do it. That'd be my only
Well,
chance.
that's just too bad then, huh?
Oh, you going back up to look again? Is that what
You
you
want to show me something?
Oh.
They have like at each end of the hall there's windows,
All right, flipper.
and then there's an open room across from ours. They just have the door open, so you can just walk in the room. I'm like, I'll go in there tonight and have we'll go each take our own. I'm serious. We'll just each have our own bed.
Are you tired, Jim? I'm okay for a little bit yet. It's 9:09. By 10 o'clock, I'll probably have to. What time do you think we should get up in the morning?
Depends what you guys are planning on doing.
We don't have to
What time
get
did
up
you today?
early.
7?
7?
Yeah, we don't have to get up early.
7-ish.
Yeah, the alarm went off at 7. I don't think anybody actually.
I think
got up
we
till
were slow
7:30.
moving.
Yeah, we were slow rolling.
Yeah, that's for sure. That Whoville thing sounds so neat.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Didn't St. Louis have something like that, or
Whoville? No,
yeah, okay.
not that I know of. If they did, I wasn't aware.
You're fine.
I think Tim is just good for him. He's kind of sick of talking about all the other
think
stuff.
so,
It's just
too.
kind of a release for him, I think.
Yeah,
He feels
especially what we went through
I
today.
would agree.
kind of like I don't know how to, I don't know.
De-stressing for him.
Yeah.
I know, but still, I think you have something you can take.
I've been taking night, but that for that.
Driving,
That's for blood clots.
but you might still want to take something if you
I
get the
don't need
inflammation
anything.
down.
I
It'll
don't
help
need.
a couple
I
days.
don't need anything else right now. I like taking
What kind of aspirin are you taking?
Bear 325.
I think they say baby aspirin.
Baby aspirin. That's if you take it every day for heart and stuff like that. I don't need it for that.
Do you take ibuprofen? Or you can't take ibuprofen?
Oh, I don't know, but I
take
have to specifically
Aspirin
take
for the blood
aspirin
clots
For the blood, yeah.
to get a blood
while you're
clot.
driving and out, yeah.
And the doctor said really I should take it for like a week before you drive. The entire
But you
time,
didn't have
wherever
enough.
Because
you're
you didn't
at,
have time.
Yeah.
and then a week after.
Huh. Really? Huh. Well,
He told me all the different stuff to do though, so I'm fine.
That's amazing. Is that magic lesson started?
Actually, that was all Charlie. When she found out I was living alone, she insisted on helping, running errands, picking up mail. So
Ricky's truck?
He told me to slide to find out if someone was nice. Okay, I can explain all of this. No, he didn't let me. You should have just said so. Can we just talk? Please. Do you mind if we sit? I lost my mom too, you know. I was
I think she would probably come in to get her, but yeah, I would think so. No, it's this one.
Oh, it's the left.
Hurts.
Right.
Sometimes it is, but boy, it
So
is
this is the one
sore.
that they did though. No, I'm talking about where
Oh yeah, it looks so. My big toe is just.
You have gout, Cherry?
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just
You know what it feels like? It feels like somebody pulled your
Who's
big
calling me
toe
this
out
late?
as far as they could till it's.
hello, hello,
Scam.
hello,
Scam.
hello.
Oh, 14.
Scam I am.
Oh, they're calling me about Medicare.
Scam I am.
Like,
I told you.
Shut
I told
Jim.
you. She got the senior discount. I'm telling you.
I'm a scam I am. I do scams.
It went into the system.
I call
There.
scammers everywhere. My name is Scam I am.
Actually, you're over 50. You're gonna start getting all the AARP stuff. No, but
how old are
seriously.
you?
See, she's already.
You are.
changing. She's already. changing
You are
the way
you
she
are
talks.
wiser. I would say you got that years on you. You got all the years.
Tomorrow afternoon, not morning.
Bye, Rachel. Did you get to see what you were looking for?
Susan's out there waiting, and I'm not so sure Laura's not coming in. She asked if we were still here.
Oh my.
And I
She just
said-
now lowered it.
Oh my.
She said something about
Well,
she
see
laid
ya.
down with the baby,
All right,
and then
see you tomorrow.
I don't know. And she said,
Bye.
I said, well,
Love you, Rachel.
I said,
We'll
we're
see you
still
tomorrow.
here.
Me too.
I said, we're
I
still
love
here.
your
him a
coat.
little. We love you a lot. We'll love him a little.
I said, we're still here
Whatever.
talking. I said,
I didn't forget anything.
I said, we may be here.
Brain.
Yeah, I think you forgot yours.
I said, we may be here another hour.
Sweet dreams.
And she didn't say nothing else other than she'd like to come in. I said, well, we may be here another hour. That's all I said to her. So I'm not going to be surprised if she comes rolling in about 15, 20 minutes, but I don't
Oh,
know.
we can lay here. She can wake us up when she walks in.
I don't know. I can tell her she can't make it. Everyone's too tired. I mean, I'm
Running on
zombie.
fumes. Are you tired?
I am very tired, but I'm also not. I don't know. But I'd say, yeah, by about 10 o'clock I would be.
That's just what I said down here.
I'm fine till about
I thought
10.
I might be bad.
But I don't know. I told Laura that's all I said. I said maybe another hour we'll be out. And so it's nothing. So I'm assuming she just went out, got the vehicle, and was coming because she didn't say, well, I'm not going to for that, or she just said I would like to
So
come
she
in.
just got your text recently then?
Well, she said she don't know what's going on. It might be Dad's internet or something, because she said I didn't get the alert where I tried to call her and stuff till just a little bit ago. She must have laid down with one of the kids. But
Okay.
then she wasn't getting any alerts, and then all of a sudden they came in. So she just seen where
Oh.
I said, she must have just seen where I said we're in here hanging out.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I told her that. And she just said, well, I would really like to come in and sit and talk with everybody. And I said, well, we might be here up to another hour or something like that, is what I put it. So I haven't heard her back. So she's either debating with LJ if she's going to try to come in, or she's in the vehicle headed to him. I don't know.
How far away is it?
Yeah, I mean, if she was when she walked out and got in the vehicle, she'd be here in 15 minutes. But
Really?
times she probably had to get her shoes and get on by
Yeah.
20. Yeah. I don't know. That trip can be 10, 12 minutes, and it can be 20, 25, depending on who you're following in certain places.
True. Luckily, not many trucks are running around though.
Not this time of night.
I don't know.
Who is it?
No, it's not the work.
packing the coffin.
Oh, you know what? I don't know, but why would she still be out?
I didn't see
I
anything.
did not.
I just recently got on the elevator, went up, and I didn't see nobody. There's a guy sitting, there's a guy.
Yeah,
there's a
in the
worker sitting
computer
over
area.
here, And then there's a guy sitting over here in the computer area. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's all. I haven't seen nobody else. There was one somewhere where when we got off the elevator, there was two older people coming in one of the indoors. They were pretty old, like 80s probably, or at least upper
You didn't say
70s.
60.
Huh?
Well, you didn't say 60s.
Yeah, really.
Like Jim.
Heidi's been giving me a hard time about that.
You turned 60. You turned 60?
Back in June.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this year.
Yeah. What?
The big 6-0.
Oh, for the steer. Yeah. I got 3 senior discounts.
He did.
1, 2, and 3.
I know which lady it is too, and don't feel bad. She asked everyone.
She didn't
I
ask.
wanted
She
it.
gave to
Or
us.
gave
I
it
don't
to you.
care.
But she does.
I
know
don't
which
care.
lady
No,
it
she
is.
said no. She said, "Is there any seniors?" And I said, "Yeah, 2." And I swear to you, she looked at
I
Heidi and
s-
she put 3 down.
I said, no, she heard
No.
me say I want it too. I go, can I get it? And you go, no, you have to be 55. And since I'm only 50,
So she did it.
she did it anyway. Uh-huh.
She's asked me and Susan when we were in there before, even a year or two ago, and she'll say, "I'm not insulting you, but I ask anyone if I think they're over 40. I ask them because I never know." She said, "I know people that are 40 that or people that are 60 that look 40, people that are 40 that are 60." She said, "I just ask, so don't feel too bad about
Oh,
that."
no, I don't. I like it. I'll take the discount.
like it?
I'll take the
like
discount.
it.
I'll take the
I don't
discount.
care. I don't-
Absolutely.
I think
like
this
it
is
too.
55 and over, so
I
we
don't
will
care.
be soon.
Well, I do
Susan is going to
qualify.
be real soon.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I'm 50.
Yes.
I'll be
In
50.
some
in
places,
Susan will be real
some
soon,
places
so
are 60,
wait
some
for me.
places are 62, and it's 65 everywhere. So,
Yeah.
bless you.
Thank you.
And Laura is on her way. She said she's already I reckon
Oh,
she
she's
probably got where she got service in her vehicle.
Probably on the
That's gonna
4
be
lane.
about the 4 lane, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll take the discount. I don't care.
She's having a hard time, so she don't. She really likes being out there, and she's glad they're staying out there. But it's also hard
Oh, yeah, I bet.
being out there, and it is. I mean, being out there with all his stuff. And I mean, how hard it was. Just even Tuesday, I spent a lot of time out there Tuesday, and so she said probably didn't want to get away. She's had a long day, and she's not like us. We couldn't. We just left the funeral home and got to go, and I did. I had to work a little bit. I had to get some stuff, finish some stuff up there, not work, but I had to make sure doors locked, get the mail, check some email, and before I went home. But I knew when I went home, I could, till I come up here, I could just go plop down on the couch. She's got kids running and screaming nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
So she hasn't had a break. Now she probably did, because I bet you she went in and laid down with Mabel for a little bit, you know, but she's lucky she's got LJ. But I'll tell you what, LJ's
Yeah, he's a good guy.
LJ's, he's a good dude. He does any, I mean, like, we went Tuesday? Would that have been Wednesday? That's Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesday. We went, because Tuesday we were so busy, and then Wednesday was a weird day. We didn't seem to get a whole lot done that day. But we ended up going to the steer. I don't even know how we did that, but we ended up eating like a late lunch. But Mila had a singing little Christmas thing from school.
Yes.
It didn't even last that long.
I heard about
I mean,
that.
it's 3 hours and 15 minutes back home for them.
And he drove.
And he just was like, and Mila was really not upset, but she was sad. She wasn't getting, she likes to do that stuff, and was just sad. And he just like said, you know what, I'll take her. She's really sad about it. Take her. I don't care. He said, what did he tell me? He said, I've got, forget what he said, wheels growing out my feet. I don't care or something. But he drove her.
Yeah.
3 hours and 15 minutes after we've already had a long week. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was already long. He drove her all the way back. County. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Got her ready. Took her to her thing so she could perform.
For 10 minutes. I
For
heard.
yes. And turned around, and they didn't get back home, wore it out till midnight, and he never complained. He was happy to do it. Now, how many people? I mean,
I can't say I could have done that with that kind of attitude.
he just He does. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anyone that can go anywhere. I don't care where if you took him, you take him to the steer. By the time he leaves, he knows everybody in the building. I don't care where you take him. I've never seen anything like it. He's the most social person I've ever been around. I mean, now Mom's that way too. I don't know if you know Mom. You take her
She
anywhere.
is. She is.
Last time I took her to the steer, she had a whole table.
Mm-hmm.
She was. I think she left us. She was sitting at this 20 group table over there talking politics, and this was even back before. This was before Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, just I don't know what they were talking about. Just when she left, there was at least 15, 16 people there that she knew now on a first name basis. They all knew where she was from. One lady gave her email address that they could email something. I don't know if what they were talking about. We can continue this conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Well, LJ, he goes and it's like the whole restaurant. It don't matter where you take him. He goes to the Force Festival. He can't take a half a step. Everyone knows him. But he absolutely does not know a stranger. And he's a really good guy. He is. I really like LJ. He'll take them kids 2 at a time. He'll take 2 and give her the one. Or just go with them. That's pretty hard to find. Someone that'll give up that much of their own time. Plus, that's really good at his job. He works for the government, does all that stuff. It's pretty important work.
Said he's coaching basketball there too.
He coaches. He never stops. I don't know where
For
I don't know when he
I think
sleeps.
the high school there.
I mean, I really, truly, I don't know when he sleeps. How he carries a full-time job like that, takes care of those kids. Every sport they play, he coaches. It don't matter if it's soccer, or it's football, baseball, anything they're playing, he's the coach. He takes care of his aunt. He visits all his family. They get together. I don't know how. There's enough time in the world for him to do all the stuff that he does. I say the same thing about Angie. I have no idea how Angie finds the time to do. Every time I turn around, oh yeah, Angie, come over and did that. They just built that spa.
She's good at delegating.
If we go,
though.
that would be something. If you didn't want to go as far as Blackwater, you'd cut that trip shorter. Just to take the time to drive to Timberline or Canadian, that's way closer. To get there in 20 minutes from Dad's house. And I've not been in it either. And if Angie would give us a little bit tour of that new spa she built,
That'd be neat.
It looks phenomenal. But all the stuff she's into, I don't know.
Would you like to see that? I'd like to see that, Sherry. Wouldn't you? No. Not
There's
really.
Bob.
She said she was going to see us tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she said
she said she would like to come over, just visit for just a little bit if we were going to be out there. I think she'd kind of like
At the house?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
she
she'd
said
kind of
yes.
like to, like with Heidi and Sherry, to be able to kind of walk through the house and see what's, do some nostalgia. I don't know. Visit a few things, and I don't know. I told her, I can't remember what I said, how she figured out we'll be out there, because she said, I don't know.
Yeah, because I said something to her, and she was, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
okay.
said, I can't remember how it came up. And I said, well, we'll probably be out. I said, I'll probably be out there sometime. I said, I know Sherry and Heidi going to want to come out for a little bit and visit Laura and kind of be at her house. I think they kind of want to maybe walk them around in the meadow a little bit. So if you see, that's what it was. I was kind of, so if they seen us up there. I said, so if you see someone up there, because they're always looking for trespassers.
shoot us.
Yeah.
I'm scared of bears.
And bears there. Sorry.
No?
Oh,
But
don't
then
worry.
she
Not
says,
back
oh,
over.
she
We'll
says, you
go
know
back
what?
over there.
Don't
She
worry,
said, if you
How do
don't
you
mind-
know?
she said,
Don't
"Do you
worry,
think they
Heidi.
mind if I come over for
Somebody's
just a little
bringing
bit
a
while
gun.
you're
You
there?"
can go up over there just a
I
little bit.
said, I think they would. She
Keep
said,
a little
"Okay,
further,
I think
Heidi,
we'll
a little
come over
further."
just a
Yeah,
little
they're
bit
not
while
there.
we're there, and I'm just guessing.
Just a little bit
At
more.
first, she was acting like she would like to, I don't know, walk around a little bit with us on the farm. But I don't know, but I just know she'd like to walk just for a little bit. She said, I'm not going to take you today, but I'd like to stop for just a little bit and visit them. So I said, that's really up to them, but I don't think they care. It's not easy to ask for anything, I don't know.
Did you know she canceled a conference to make sure she was at the funeral?
Really?
I guess she had a conference that she was supposed to. Because when she texted me, she sent me a text, I want to say Tuesday, and asked just simply, are you hanging in there? And I texted her back a little bit, and she texted that she had a conference that she was supposed to go out of town for. I want to say it was like Thursday through the weekend, and she was the teaching on it, It was actually something that she took because somebody else couldn't do it. She was the only one. And I texted her back and I said, well, you know, no worries, I understand. And she texted me back that, well, she says, I just don't know. She says, I gotta pray about it and I'll let you know. About 20 minutes pass and right away I get this text and she says, I've decided that I'm going to
It was
be there.
probably right after I texted her and asked her to sing.
Oh,
I had no
Oh.
idea she had a conference or anything.
She said, she says, I need to be with my family.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
That
I
was-
struggled with it, getting her to do it, because I kind of wanted her to do it, but then I didn't want to make her feel like she had
Obligated.
to and obligated, and I knew what I knew. When I
I
hit
told her
that
it was
send button, I
perfect.
knew, well, there's going to be my falling apart in the
Me
because
too.
there's no way.
That got me
I
too.
knew.
Heidi did too.
Like I said,
It-
there's
I knew
days
it.
that I'm just, my
When
mind
she
will
was
just
just
wander back
tuning
to,
it brought
me and
back
Shane are
in.
just even talking about certain things. Oh yeah, you remember, and it takes me back to that day. And like I said, I picture me and Shane shooting baskets, you and Angie running through the backyard, and Dad and Angie and Uncle Dave in there, and you could hear them. They had the windows open because we didn't have air conditioning in the summer, and they're in there just singing, and Angie's playing that little organ-looking
little
thing,
organ.
and he's playing the guitar, and Dad and Uncle Dave singing, and when she started singing, that's where it put me, was there. And I knew I wouldn't be able to keep it together. I knew it. And I knew when I sent that send button what I'd just done to myself. But I was like, I can't not do it. And she did really good.
I
She
told her, I said,
did.
that was perfect.
She
I said,
did.
that was, I thanked her. I said, I hugged her and I thanked her so much.
I don't know how she did that, and I don't know how you did yours without either one of you without. Because I'm telling you, I've had to public speak. I don't mind it. I do a lot of stuff at the racetracks and interviews. I don't bother it. There is zero chance that I would have got up and made 8 words in and not been choked up where I couldn't tell anymore. So I was really proud of you for doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it, especially following up Angie. And
I
I
know.
remember when she got done.
I didn't think I
And
could.
I'd already had my broke down moment during it, and I could hear a bunch of people behind. I would not even going to dare turn around and look, but I could hear people breaking down 2 and 3 rows behind me
I was behind you.
because in the middle of Angie's stuff, and I could hear him over on Michael's side, and I'm like, and then when he got done, when he said, "Well, now would any family members like that?" I looked over at Susan, I said, "Well, that's good timing," and she
I
just
know,
kind
I
of
thought
laughed.
the
She
same
was
thing.
bawling, and I'm like, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you got up there and just calmly did that, because.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
she
do
did
it
a
for
great
Dan and the
job.
family. I just wanted to say something.
But I just don't know how you just didn't choke up. I mean, I can talk, but my mind will eventually go to the. Is that Laura?
No.
My mind will eventually go
I
to that
looked over
place,
at
and when it
him.
happens, that's.
I looked over at him and it was just as if I was talking to him, and I don't know if that can make sense to you or
Right.
not. It was for our
Oh, yeah.
family, but it was, I had to take a deep breath, and it was,
It was
for
hard
him.
to tell. It was
for
hard. It was hard hearing Angie sing, and yours was hard. But that's what it's supposed to be. I think a lot of people. I know Bobby Rain just said it was the most different feeling. He just was. so
Did you like the
genuine.
pastor? Did you?
Oh,
I liked
yes,
it. I thought
really
it.
liked
I
him.
thought he
That's
did.
why we got him.
I thought he
'Cause
did
I liked
well.
him when he did Bob's and Bobby's too, and Dad
Oh,
mentioned
really?
how well he liked him. He just
Oh.
thought
Okay.
really liked that guy that did Bob's.
Oh,
and Ham's,
okay.
And that's
Oh,
why
this
we
was
ended up
the
getting
same
him.
guy?
Oh,
I
yes,
didn't know
that's why I
that.
got him. Same way we end up at
Yeah.
that cemetery. He said he liked that cemetery. That's where he went.
Oh.
He said he liked this pastor. He told Laura too. He told
Well,
Laura
that's
how
good.
well
I
he
didn't
thought
know
what a
that.
great sermon he'd given at those. That's where we got him. But it did
I didn't
really
know
well.
that.
But it just was
That's-
hard, you know. I just people in and Shane and them understand too. You know, you can't just look at the last 5 years. I mean, you know, there was a couple years in the past 5 years that was really rocky with Michael and my dad, and that stuff I kind of regret, but don't, because I know why I had to do stuff. And then, but you know, the greatest thing was, as I always said, if they never worked for me, we'd had a great relationship. We just couldn't work together. We was around each other too much. And finally, we went through those couple of years where no one was speaking and mad. But then those last couple of years was the best because we didn't see. We was actually interested in what you were doing and what have you been doing, and
Rather
we
than-
had that again.
Rather than knowing from the
I
minute
don't. I'm never gonna, you know. But I go back when he passed away, and I knew it instantly sitting there on the bank with him, laying there. it didn't matter. It didn't matter what a relationship was. It wouldn't matter if it was perfect. It wouldn't have mattered if we was joined at the hip our entire life or we hadn't spoken in 30 years. I felt just exactly what I knew you should feel. And it was genuine. There's no, and now in the process, I just go back to, it's hard to even remember the bad things, and there was lots of them. It was difficult sometimes.
Yeah,
Rarely.
I know
But
that.
it just, for some reason, that just does not matter at all anymore.
No,
I mean, I
it
go
doesn't.
more back to like the days when it was just me and him. I mean, for 5 years, it was me and him.
Sure.
We had nobody. Me and Dad, everywhere we went. If we come to Elkins, it was me and Dad. If I went to go to work with him, we'd do stuff. If every day we'd be in the car going somewhere, when he'd come home, I was all he had, and then he was basically all I had. And Mama and Granddaddy. But as far as, and I just remember those days. And I remember how cool all my friends thought he was, and he was funny and did crazy things with them. And I don't know. That's where I go back to. Where it was just me and him, and that's what, for a long time,
Yeah.
I was his kid.
Yeah.
I was the only kid. That's what Angie said. He loved us all. He said he was a dad to you when he was a dad to no one else in that time period. He told you you were all he had. And that's why, not only did I not want to leave the farm, I didn't want to leave him by himself. And I don't know what would have happened to him if I hadn't stayed here with him, because I was all he had. And that's what I remember. I'm trying to stay there, because those were the good times. And when I was playing basketball, and how he was so into my basketball and never missed a game, and we played and practiced, and I don't know, just I can stay there. Yeah, I can't. I'm having a hard time finding. There's lots of bad moments, bad times. I can't hardly. I don't know. It just don't matter. It's
Well,
a good
that's how I
feeling to
felt.
kind of.
Sure.
And I haven't felt it in a couple of years since we separated from work, and then started everyone hanging around and going to dinner every once in a while together. And I wish it just would have been that way the whole time. Now, he loved work and he loved being up there and the people, and he felt confident there and had proud of his job. And I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing. He's smart enough to get a job. I mean, you think the dad's last 20 years or so, he did get nuttier and a little more, I don't know what the word is for it, but indecisive and always procrastinating and all that. But I remember a day I'd go to work with him down on Bridgeport Hill. He'd take me to work with him at 12 or 13 years old, and we'd go jump on this great big humongous dozer and go build and pile and do this, and then he'd go over and jump in the big ute truck and we'd take it off and go loading stuff up, and he'd go over and tell these guys to get the hell to work, and you got to get this done by 5 o'clock. I'll be back with this truck. It needs loading when I come back. And he was good. I mean, LaRosa Fuel. I mean, I remember Jimmy LaRosa's son, who had a brown Ferrari, by the way. He had a Ferrari, but it was brown.
How old
and
were
it was
you
poop
then?
brown.
How old were you then?
Hey, 12.
12.
Right after you all left. But I remember Jimmy LaRosa coming later down the road. He played the best employee.
Why did he stop working there?
Well, it was hard work.
Just too hard.
And it was a long ways. He was driving. He had to leave. I never saw him.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt our relationship some, because it got to where he was
Yeah,
had to leave
it's
the
always
house
like
at
2
5.
hours or an hour
Yeah.
or so just
He had to leave
to
work
get
at
to the
5.
Wow.
And if he drove back and forth, he'd leave work at 5. He'd get home by 7 that night, so tired he'd eat dinner and go to bed.
And get back up.
And he did that 6 days a week. And then after a while, he got a girlfriend down there. I forget her name. It's a weird name. But anyway, she was a pretty lady. But he got with her, and then he started staying down there a lot. Which basically for 2 years, I was there by myself. I cooked for myself. I washed my clothes. I fed my dinner. I did my homework. There was no one there because he was working. And I, it was hard on him traveling that much, and think of the money it was saving him in fuel and wear on the vehicle. But still, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't leave Rachel home but he did, and it taught me a lot. I learned to take care of myself. I think that's why I was, so quick to always. It probably helped then, and then later, when I got in the youngest years, tell me what to do. I already know. I know how to take care of myself. Well, I did at times, and then